Hey everybody, Jay Barino here. Welcome back. It's Warcraft 3 Reforged on hard difficulty. We're starting the Alliance campaign today. It's a new day. Many people are probably stressed about COVID-19, but Jay Barino's here to help you kill some time watching some videos of Warcraft 3 Reforged. You know, we were all a bit bummed by the release of this game, and then all the negativity that followed, which was honestly fair criticism, but it's repetitive, and it just became tiring to a certain point. Again, all very fair stuff, but regardless, it's been several months, and we just moved from one crisis, the Warcraft 3 Reforged release, to another actual crisis, a worldwide pandemic. So again, I hope you're all staying safe. Let's go ahead and get started. Chapter 1, Misconceptions. At Grand Marshal Garithos' base camp near the outskirts of Dalaran, Kalthos and his warriors arrive bearing ill news. I guess this mission's been mildly re-terrained, just the parts within Dalaran. We'll see.
You are late, Prince Kalthos. I thought you elves prided yourselves on punctuality.
It could not be helped, Lord Garithos. We ran into a group of night elves from across the sea, and
I am not interested in your fanciful excuses. You elves are here to serve the Alliance, thus you will obey my commands to the letter. Is that clear?
Yes, Lord Garithos.
Now, the undead have begun a new offensive to retake Dalaran. Their primary strike force marched south through Silverpine, but we managed to halt its advance at the base of the mountains.
My men are ready to fight, my lord. When shall we leave for the front?
We will be leaving immediately, but your people will be staying here. Our scouts report that a second strike force may be heading this way from the east. I need you to repair the outlying observatory so that we can monitor that region.
But, my lord, we are warriors, not—
You have your orders, Prince Kalthos. I trust your elven ears heard them clearly enough. Move out!
Insolent son of a— Let's get this over with.
Oh my god, the Garithos portrait. Alright, we've got Kale. Unfortunately, we have a forced level into Banish again. Not thrilled with that. Well, right away I can say this looks slightly different.
I feel edgy.
Is this an edge? Can we get by this? I presume not.
What's the holdup?
What if you actually just destroyed this? I imagine... I mean, it's not actually... Well, you have to technically repair it, but it's not indestructible, so if you kill it, then maybe you could get back there? I'm not sure.
My pleasure.
But normally there's an area where you can get outside of the city.
I'll do my best.
This all, well, it's a little convoluted based on what is a ledge and what is not, but it doesn't really look like there's anywhere for us to go. Yeah, this is all blocked. There's only one direction we can go, and it looks like here. Got our spell breakers now.
The Blood Elves await.
Looking good. Okay, well, I guess let's go. You can just keep repairing, buddy. It only takes lumber. I never realized that. I thought it was gold and lumber, but nope, just lumber.
Outstanding.
And then what? See, this is a ledge, so I can't come down here. But normally, what you do after you repair this first one is you build a lumber mill.
Under attack. It shall be done.
Build a lumber mill, and then start. I like how they like wind up their attacks. That's neat. All right, let's rotate these guys out. You can build a lumber mill and then start harvesting lumber for later in the game. Let me give you some tips and tricks for this that I have learned. Is don't build a base until the very end, if at all.
Hold up.
But you need to be able to accrue lumber somehow. But don't build a base on the middle island. You may be tempted to. Just don't. Don't do that. Trust me. All right, let's back up here. The Spellbreakers have way more survivability. Actually, it's really not that much more, but they have one extra base armor, so it's a noticeable amount of extra. So does Chaos Damage... Chaos Damage doesn't ignore armor, it ignores armor types, right? So the fact that these have heavy armor doesn't matter to the Blood Fiends, but the fact that they have 3 armor versus 2 does make a difference. I haven't been flame striking, but honestly, that's alright. I'm saving it. And I don't know if there's still going to be a Fountain of Mana in here or not, so I'm kind of on the lookout for other ways to go through Dalaran. It doesn't really look like there are other ways to progress.
My people must be avenged.
Alright, priests, heal me up.
My pleasure.
Dalaran mutants. Yeah, as far as I can tell, there's not like an extra path that I could have taken. See, like, I can't get over here. You'd think at first glance maybe you can get over here, but no. Like, it's sort of revealed to me, but I have no way to get to it.
I'll do my best.
So, like, even these are little path-blocked areas. All right, get in there. Come back. I want to talk. These just do normal damage, okay. So there were normally Dalaran mutants in here, but they were zombies. They were like big zombies, and they were called Dalaran mutants. But now they're weird crystal zombies. They're the crystal hollows from the Royal Archives in Dark Souls 1.
My people must be avenged.
They're creations of Seath the Scaleless.
Is my aid
All right, so let's I guess let's keep going. Our priests are out of mana.
Right away.
The Fell Beasts are going to be a bit of a problem, so we're just going to want to cycle our units out as best we can. I really hope that there's still a mana fountain. Again, I don't think there's another pathway for me to take.
I sense something.
Let's go.
Elusive. What's the holdup?
And then we want to just land some good flame strikes here. Thematek and Kale is probably for the best. We can cycle him out easily. Okay, now we cycle. Again, make sure we're cycling. Do I have enough for another flame strike? 135, not quite. Again, I just don't want to be losing anything to these attacks. Especially because we can get to the fountain. If there's still a fountain of mana, we get to it, and then we just sit on it. Rune of Healing is nice.
We should move soon.
You sit on the fountain of mana, and then it effectively acts as a fountain of power, or whatever it's called, where it's like both. It's like a fountain of healing and power, because as long as your priests are getting their mana, then they can just heal forever. Unfortunately, they're still adepts. Again, I keep referring back to March of the Scourge back in the first human campaign, where your priests were just magically masters for that one mission. That would have been a really nice addition here, just for the mana regen. But
it shall be
no
done.
Dice.
Very good.
Yeah, they do try to move out of it. Okay, we got some piercing damage coming in, so let's just make sure that we're properly making an effort here. All right, so you turn off defend and then run around. What's happening here?
Of course.
Whoa, look out.
my friend. As you wish.
Can poison outright kill? I don't think so. I think poison, well, we're about to find out. Poison only brings down to 1 HP.
What do you need? Right.
Okay, that was kind of close. Let's just kind of sit around the mana fountain. In my original playthrough on hard difficulty, I made cuts here because I just sat here and was like, okay, we're just going to sit and wait to get healed up, so we might as well just cut this out. I'm going to do the same thing, and I might do it again later if we end up backtracking to the Fountain of Mana. So, because all we're doing is we're sitting here and waiting to get healed and getting mana on our hero and priests. All right, back to it. And one thing that, again, it's deceiving. You think that you could just walk straight over here and build a lumber mill, but this is actually a ledge. I have no way to get down here, so the peasant's just going to sit here. We have to find more lumber from the optional objectives before we can do anything here.
My people must
Let's draw these over to us.
I'll do
this is a pretty large group, and let's fight under the fountain.
We should move soon.
You're going to get surrounded if we're not careful, so let's try to back you out a little bit. Actually, all this stuff is going to get surrounded. This is actually working out pretty well because they're the enemy is confused. They want to leash, but they're unable to, and we might as well just go ahead and blast them again because we're right by the healing fountain, or the mana fountain. They should have just turned this into a fountain of power because, it functions as both. It would have saved the players time. Players are just going to sit there and get their mana back.
We buried a number of supply caches in this area. Perhaps it's time we dug them up. We'll need all the resources we can get our hands on.
Okay, cool.
I feel edgy.
See, this is very similar. The Rune of Lesser Resurrection's always been here. I don't know about the Intelligence Tome. Normally, though, there was a way to get out of the city up here by breaking trees, and then you could get out there and kill some Murlocs, and maybe that's where the tome was. I don't quite remember, but again, this is mildly different, but not hugely different. Let's get healed up again, because we got to get down here and get to the first optional. It's either going to be the left. I mean, left is probably out of the city. It feels like the Dalaran section here is made a little bit shorter, as far as I could tell. It seems a little smaller overall. Again, it's just so deceiving with where you think you can go versus where is an actual ledge. And I doubt that was intentional, but doesn't it kind of look like this right here? You could just walk from here to here, but no, it's a ledge. And it just has to do with the semi-isometric viewpoint. Isometric is not the right term to use, but... in effect, it's just the camera angle. That's, because it's 3D. It's just the camera angle. Okay, so let's come on down here. Let's avoid this group.
It shall be done.
Take this all out. We're going to turn you guys on defend.
What's the holdup?
And we can flame strike the back line here. And then once this loses enough HP, we can take... I mean, you could take control of it earlier as well, but... It takes less mana based on how much HP it has, so I think it's fine.
Orders.
It's good, and now they're focused on it. Let's just save... I mean, I can always backtrack to the mana fountain, so it's kind of like maybe I should...
Right.
Please stop.
Of course.
Okay, turn defend back on.
On my way.
My people must be
Alright, this is
avenged.
going fine. Just because I see green here, I get the impression that that's out, but I honestly couldn't
We
say.
should move soon.
Could tank
Say
with
the
Kael'thas
word.
again, just because
I
his
feel
base
edgy.
health regeneration's a little bit higher.
Very good.
Okay, let's flame strike back there.
You need.
You're on defense, so that's good. All right.
Aye, my lord.
And no water elemental summoned from these two. I think they were bloodlusting, actually.
Say the word.
There's even more here. Those do normal damage. All right, turn off defend. The bandit
My
wizards
people
and
must be
renegade wizards
avenged.
typically do piercing damage.
I'll do my best.
This is looking good, and this is another
Say the
instance
word.
where, like, I might just go ahead and back up to the
On my
mana
way.
fountain after all this, because it's kind of like, you know, why not get our priests topped up and our spellbreakers? But, again, it's kind of reminiscent of old StarCraft Brood War micro missions, where you're just sitting there waiting for mana on, you know, Tassadar or something. Just sort of blah.
What's the
No
holdup?
items at all. Nothing breakable
My
until
pleasure.
now. Let's go ahead and hit this.
Ah, the hidden supplies. This will prove useful.
Okay, and Tiny Castle, we'll hold on to that again for the very,
move
very
soon.
end when I want to just start harvesting lumber en masse. Because what
Is
happens is
someone
the enemy AI on the middle base island does not really
I
come
sense
online
something
at all.
elusive. That's done it. The observatory has been repaired. Let's move quickly and get to work on the others.
It doesn't come online at all until you
What ails you?
build a base.
I sense something.
So again, no point in building a
elusive.
base in my opinion until that's done. Let's actually
Yes,
let's
my
kill this
friend.
group to get out of the city, and then we can
My
sit
people
by
must be
the fountain of
avenged.
mana after that. So this is done. There's the Murlocs. I guess we could just wait until we have boats to go and get those. See, like, this is... I don't think we could technically go over that with boats, so this is all inaccessible to us right now. But these, I think, are for boats, and just kind of reviewing the city to see if there was another area to go. Is that where the, Is that supposed to be, like, the Book of Medivh, maybe? Kept in Dalaran, or that was the book that Kel'Thuzad used to summon... I don't know.
What is it?
I honestly, I don't know. Okay. Okay.
I feel
Let's go.
edgy.
Is my aid required?
You'll get in there, and then, again, when this is done...
Orders.
Spell Steal's nice. Just turn Defend back on.
Is someone injured?
And we may have bitten off a little bit more than we could chew here. Let's do one more Flame Strike. I'm just gonna, again, I'm gonna back up to the
What ails you?
healing
I
fountain
sense
anyway.
something elusive. What's the
I
holdup?
mean, if in effect it is the healing fountain.
It shall
There was
be
also
done.
this rune, so if we lost anything, we'd get it back. There's one area where I'm concerned we're probably going to end up losing a lot of our units, and that's the bottom left. There's an Ogre Lord. It's very, very challenging to successfully get through the Ogre Lord
Yes, my friend.
without losing at least one of these footmen, probably two or possibly all three. But that's okay because, again, they exist just to soak up some damage, but the longer we can keep them alive, the better. So I'm going to run this guy down here. Again, there's no way out of the city. Yeah, there's no way out of the city to get a lumber mill set up. Once we get out the normal way, I could set a lumber mill up here. Again, just to start getting any lumber possible. Alternatively, we can just rely on the cached lumber and then just have this guy repair the middle area whenever we want to
My
move on.
people
I
must
feel
be
like, again, you
avenged.
can min-max by harvesting a little bit of lumber with this guy, or we just put him in a boat, we bring him over to the middle, and we just do it at our own
I
pace.
feel edgy.
And that's what I'm leaning towards doing at this point. And I think maybe the cached lumber may be enough to get us enough lumber to repair the middle one. Well, I keep going here. It's here. Might have been moved. Again, it's like slightly redesigned. I'm not sure. And then this one up here, we can get a base and consolidate around that area.
Soon.
Okay, so let's head on down here. We can explore what's left on this side of the island, get our boats, go kill the Murlocs.
I sense something elusive.
And there's usually some secrets with there's like a granite golem along the edges as well. We can explore with boats rather than trying to destroy trees with Kael'thas.
My pleasure. Very good.
Right, get in there.
What's the holdup?
Let's just do it.
We should move.
Okay, Flame Strike level 2, super solid. Again, if it was up to me, I would not have put a level in Banish. Banish is great for melee matches, not as great for...
I'll do my best.
In my opinion, not as great for
my pleasure.
For single player. There just aren't as many uses for it. If it did just like straight up damage to summon units, then yeah, I would like that, but that is not the case.
I feel edgy.
Just lay it down. It's gonna blast through him now that it's level 2. Alright, Worker, why don't you go ahead and move up?
Alright.
Again, to set up a lumber mill or not. Yeah, see, these guys drop a Tome of Strength.
Outstanding.
I think, again, normally there's a granite golem, which I don't think exists anymore. There's another Murloc there. Wait. What happened? Where did they go? Oh, I bet they're invisible because it's nighttime.
My people must be avenged.
What ails you?
Okay, let's head on down here.
Of course.
Again, let's clear out as much of this as possible.
Right away.
Force the boat interaction to happen, and then we'll just keep creeping around the map. But again, don't build a base until you absolutely have to. That's the best advice I could give on this map.
Soon. Damn. We'll have to find a way across the lake to reach the outlying gold mine. Naga, you fought for the demon Illidan.
We are on our own now, good prince. I am called Lady Vash. My brethren and I come in peace to offer you our aid.
You have nothing I need, witch.
Is that so? I thought you might require boats to reach the observatories you seek.
And you would give these freely? Why should I trust you, my lady?
Our two races share a common ancestry, Kael. Now, against the undead, we share a common peril. These boats are merely a gesture of goodwill.
Then, I accept your offer. Thank you.
Cool. Now we got our boats. Let's clean up what's on this side of the river. It's too bad that the Naga don't stick around. That would have been a cool addition, but that happens next mission.
It shall be done.
Okay, more guys. Get in there.
I'll do my best.
Yes, my liege.
What did I leave behind? Rid of mana.
My people must be avenged.
You need.
All right, and yeah, we're getting slammed by this piercing damage, interestingly enough. I think actually it's the Brigand doing the most damage of all of that.
Say the word.
Again, it's like I do and don't want to look behind all these trees. That seems like a pain. So, like, this group didn't drop anything. Just at all.
My pleasure.
It's possible there's something back there.
I feel edgy.
But now that we're outside Dalaran, this certainly seems like not much has been changed.
My pleasure.
See, like, there's the cache behind these trees. And it's actually nice that these are,
say the word.
These are marked.
Soon. I feel edgy. We've discovered more hidden supplies.
Okay, so what I might end up doing is going to the upper right and dropping these things off where I plan on making the base so they're not sitting in my inventory later. I do think it's clever how the
Get on with it.
Good.
How it's the hidden caches that give you these ability, like the ability to make these buildings. And it's fitting that that's where you find them. Yeah, it's these level 5s doing the most damage, not really the piercing damage as far as I can tell. Got anything for me? Lion's Ring.
We should move soon.
Agility +1. Let's go! You can hold on to that and give it to Vaj. See, I don't think there's anything back there.
What's the holdup?
See, now normally down here...
My pleasure.
...is where there's a granite golem. There. Okay, he's still there. Let's see if maybe we can draw him out so that we can get a surround on him, because I don't like where he is back here. And he's magic immune.
Outstanding. Very good.
Ow. How dare you? Where'd he go?
Do my best.
Did he reset?
Very good. My pleasure.
It's like he stunned me and then there was no aggression left, so he's like, okay, fine, you win.
Soon.
Priests back up. I don't need you getting hit by the AoE.
Right.
And it's not like we can banish this guy, and banishing is just going to make Rock Throw do even more damage.
Yes, my liege.
Cycle him out.
On my way.
Cycle him out.
Quick. Time is mana.
Yes, my liege.
Cycle him out. I just don't want these guys getting hit by...
Aye, my lord.
He really wants these guys.
Right.
Is someone injured?
Ow.
What do you need?
Nope. I'm trying. I'm trying really hard to keep these guys alive. Go get him.
I feel edgy.
My Spellbreakers are immune to
ails
magic,
you?
so that's actually a really good way to utilize them here.
Yes, my friend.
Okay, I don't remember what this guy drops. Oh, okay, so he drops Greater
the
Resurrection,
holdup?
so if you do lose something to him, it's not
shall
the end
be
of the
done.
world.
I'll do my best.
I could use my healing scroll here if I really wanted to. All right, let's get up here. We load in the boats. We can go and kill the Murlocs. Then I think what I'll do is float all the way up here, drop my stuff off, and then we can start clearing the rest of the map. The bottom left is a
I
good
thirst
opportunity to
for
clear because you
magic.
get some extra units, so I'll probably go there
I
first.
feel edgy. Outstanding.
Okay. Woohoo, boats.
My people must be avenged.
Okay, and then
Yes,
Worker, you
me
can go
lord.
in this boat. Okay, so yeah, like I said, first thing, let's come up here. We'll kill these just because I'm curious to see what they drop. And then we'll go all the way up to the top, drop some stuff out of my inventory, but not actually place the buildings because I don't want to activate the enemy AI. Then we'll come down to the left, clear out the bottom left, then we clear the middle, then we clear the upper left. It's all good. And I have some lumber, so I could, if I really wanted to, I could go
Very
and start repairing
shall
the
be
middle
done.
island thing.
By fire be purged.
And there are four hidden caches. I don't remember if there's one in the bottom left or
So
not.
wait.
I'm not sure why. I think maybe they wanted to get back and try and poison everybody. I'm not sure why they tried to run around my units. That was a little wonky. Let's see if this was worth my time at all to do. These, I mean, they're not really doing much damage at all, which is good
Say
for
the
me.
word.
My priests, though, are pretty much out of mana. Maul of
I
Strength.
sense something
It's
elusive.
It's +1.
I'll do my best.
It's +1 something. I don't need an Altar of Kings, so I could probably just drop it. I mean, alternatively, we just leave the Maul of Strength because it's pretty much worthless.
I feel
so.
edgy.
I mean, at the same time,
should
so
move
is
soon.
the Lion's Ring. I'd rather have the Maul for
My
the extra
pleasure.
tiny bit of HP. All right,
I'll
hop
do
in.
my best.
Priest mana's
Watch
okay.
and
That's because we
learn.
got a Rune of Mana. All right, let's go. All the way up and around. And the reason I'm doing this is so that I then have I have room in Kale's inventory when we clear a bunch of the rest of the map. So I could go in back and get that +1 agility ring, but, you know, no. Missed me with that shit, all right? Let's head up here. Well, we're almost there, not quite. Yeah, this all seems the same. So again, they changed Dalaran very, very mildly, but then that's it. All right, unload. Null Overseer.
What's the holdup?
Lure him in.
My pleasure.
Okay, very cool. Should be good here. It's, again, I like to see the Spellbreakers tanking a little bit of the damage. Might as well use Piercing. Defend, why not?
Say the word.
And it's like, while we're here, I guess I could just clear this
Aye,
out.
my lord.
My people must be avenged.
What do you need?
I sense
Okay, so
something
let's just drop
elusive.
these again, because there is a gold mine up here, and we'll do this later.
Outstanding.
Say the word.
I feel edgy.
Okay, boat me.
Is my aid required?
And I guess let's clear out this middle island now. Just because I have the inventory space, that's fine. So let's do this. Hopefully we'll get some Runes of Mana or something, because my priest's not looking too
What
hot
ails
right
you?
now.
My people
Not
must
looking
be
too hot
avenged.
right now.
Very good.
Orders.
Okay, Spellbreakers lead the
quick.
way.
Time is mana soon.
What do you need?
Okay, not sure if any of this does piercing damage, so let's
Orders.
just turn on Defend just in case. This is good that they're focusing Kael'thas. I appreciate that. Might be a good spot to use this Scroll of Healing. I'm going to, actually. And that actually canceled the Flame Strike, but uses the mana anyway. Whoops. It'll be fine. What you got for me? Rune of Healing. Didn't need to use the scroll. Could have saved it.
I'll do my best. Very good.
Could have saved it. We can buy some stuff here if we really want.
I feel edgy.
Okay, destroy all the huts. You know where we're at here.
We should move soon.
So I could sell my +1 items, or I could save them for Mission 2 and sell them early on in Mission 2 as well. Just as a way to get some cash. Small bundle of lumber is great. So let's bring our worker down here, and we can start repairing this observatory once we clean it out.
My pleasure.
So I have an okay amount of lumber.
Say the word.
Hey, whoa! Oh, he's just netting him. I'm like, what the hell? Why did that worker generate any aggression at all? Okay, well, you're going to be netted for a while. Let's head on over here, keep cleaning this island.
I'll do my best.
Forward.
We're almost there. Again, it seems like this has been very mildly reterrained, because I think that the observatory is usually a bit, like, further up there. But I'm not sure. I really hope that the enemy AI doesn't come online at a different than usual time, but we'll see.
I feel edgy.
If close to the end of this I have time, I can always just go ahead and pick up.
My pleasure.
I'll just go ahead and I'll pick up that
What's the holdup?
item that I left behind. Okay, so I could buy more transport boats there if I really needed.
Very good.
Don't,
Yes, my friend.
not you.
Get on with
My
it.
people must be avenged.
Okay, get into it.
Orders.
What's the holdup?
I feel bad for killing their tamed wolves. They didn't have a choice. They were trained to kill. It's just not fair. Okay, so that's done. Worker one. Oh, he's sitting by the campfire.
Righto.
I sense
He
something.
just needed some rest and reprieve. There's the gold mine that we might want to take, but no, don't. I'm telling you, don't do it. You think you want to, but you don't. You'll regret it. Alright, so Kale's capped at level 3. Just imagine we could have level 2 Flame Strike and Siphon Mana would be a million times better than what we're stuck with.
My people
Silly
must be
Vanish.
avenged. It shall be done.
Okay, let's clean out as much of this as possible. There's probably some more trolls that we can go and get.
Done.
Why am I inter-fired? We probably stole it from the trolls.
My pleasure.
Very nice, Fountain of Mana.
I'll do my best. It shall be done.
And again, we'll just spend what lumber we do have to get this
I
one.
sense something elusive. Very good.
Okay, and that looks like it, and then this is the enemy base, which we don't want to mess with. You can see kind of the edges of the blight there. We don't want to mess with this.
I feel edgy.
Like, just see if there's anything on the outskirts that maybe we can...
I'll do my best.
Is this connected?
My pleasure.
I wonder?
My pleasure. Outstanding.
No, it's just a different entrance. Interesting. Well, we're going to come down here next.
My people must be
How you doing on the
avenged.
mana? Pretty good. Here, boat. Why don't you come down and meet us halfway? And then this boat can sit here and pick up the worker once he's done. But we're going to need more lumber. We don't have nearly enough lumber to finish repairing this. But we might as well, because it takes a while, so you might as well just get what repairs done on it as you can. Because we're not building a base, unfortunately, we just have to wait that much longer for all of this. So again, we're going to go bottom left, get some of the extra units. I wonder if Snarlmane is, like, fake Snarlmane is still on this map. He's an imposter Snarlmane. The real Snarlmane is the one that hooks up with Sylvanas later on after we possess him, you know? He joins us in the fight against Varamothras. It's not the right use of hooks up, all right? I just meant rendezvous with. Still has a weird sexual connotation depending on, I guess, the time period, generational group that you're part of. All right, so let's drop here.
We should move.
Still haven't
soon.
lost anything,
Is
but
my
again, that
aid
Ogre Lord's
required?
gonna wreck
I
my
feel
shit for
edgy.
sure. There's just no way to stop
I'll do my best.
taking a lot of damage from him, but we'll do our best. No Rune of Resurrection there to help us, I don't think. Maybe we can get some hiccups here to use. I'm not sure.
Be avenged.
A Pot of Mana is not
What's the holdup?
what I would need to avoid damage.
This is too easy.
Can
Very
leave the
good.
Rune of Mana on the ground and then come pick it up right before we fight the ogre, so that we're going in with mana
shall
on
be
our
done.
priests.
It shall be done.
Alternatively, you build a base and then you can
I'll
have
do my
extra units
best.
come with
Is
you
my
down
aid
here, but
required? I sense something
again, I just don't see the
elusive.
point in opening yourself up to the
My
extra
pleasure.
risk. Trying to avoid that friendly fire. Kill these guys even though they're bloodlusted. Don't even need a dispel.
We should move soon.
Okay, Scroll of Healing is good, and then this is where we can get some dwarves.
I sense something elusive. Outstanding.
Never mind.
Very good.
They must be in another...
Very
Your
good.
dwarves are in another cage.
It shall be done.
There's
I'll do my
mana
best.
on the ground back there, so just do this. You can banish the Ogre Lord, I guess. That's one way to approach it.
soon.
To kill the other stuff around
This
him.
is too easy.
And then you could flame strike him as well.
I feel
Yeah, we could.
edgy.
Yeah, let's try it. Scroller protection also
Yes,
we
my
can use
friend.
going
My people
into
must
it.
be avenged.
That lasts like 20 seconds, right?
My people
30
must
seconds.
be avenged. My pleasure.
Dwarves? These are the dwarves.
Outstanding.
That was weird. They just both broke and they're just standing there. You didn't even get the
Very good.
goom goom sound effect.
My pleasure.
Kind of silly. All right, so let's use this.
What's the holdup?
Lead with
Blood
Kale and the
Elves await
Spellbreakers.
orders. I thirst for magic.
And I wonder if maybe we could
I
draw
feel
him down to
edgy.
us. See, like, I want to kill this level 6 first.
Outstanding. I'll
So,
do
like,
my
banish
best.
this guy, and then Flame Strike.
Yes, my liege. Of course.
Take some good damage.
Be quick. Time is mana.
And it's partly because he's bloodlusted and there's nothing I can do about it. Oh my god, not my Spellbreaker.
Very clever.
Stop! Stop!
I'll handle
Oh, not my priest.
what ails you.
Actually,
We should move soon.
I think we've done it. No deaths to the war chief.
Is someone injured?
I sense something
Oh
elusive.
boy. Okay, so you come on down here. No deaths to the war chief, he says.
I sense something elusive.
All I had to do was move him back.
fire
I was
be
so
purged.
confident that we had him. I didn't use my
Vengeance.
scroller protection either.
It shall be another supply cache. We'd best retrieve it quickly.
Harry Ept is fine. It's for the entertainment value, folks.
We should move soon.
It's all about that entertainment value. All right, let's just run back
I'll do
here,
my
get
best.
picked up, and then we can sneak through this little area, work our way up. Are you still repairing, buddy?
Yes,
Okay,
me
he's on
lord.
auto repair, so as we pick up more lumber, he'll keep doing his thing. I want to get this one repaired up quickly because, again, as soon as we activate the enemy AI,
What's the holdup?
they might move out and try to kill him, but I'm not sure. So
My people must
this
be
guy takes up a
avenged.
lot of room in the boats. I know that.
What ails you? As you wish.
Ah, poor footman. Well, at least it was a footman and not a real blood elf, right? He probably would have gotten sent against us in the tower defense mission anyway, am I right? Alright, so I think we've done some pretty good scouring of the map. Unless there's something hiding down there, but I doubt it. Alright, they should be able to go through here because these are shallows. Ah, stupid lumber. Stupid lumber costs. You need a lot. This is shallows, I think? Please be. It is. Okay, good. It's about to be very unhappy. As you can see, purple does nothing. As long as you don't build a base, purple will do nothing. And by the end of this, I'm sure we will be getting attacked by purple, but we don't need to really worry about it. We can just leave our units to sit and defend, and all will be well with the world. Unload here. And I'm actually going to send you guys all the way up here, because that's where you're going to be ferrying stuff eventually
What's the holdup?
later.
Yes, my friend. My people
This
must
guy
be
has
avenged.
no abilities. We just got to run him in
Very
there and
good.
tank for us. Better than a footman, that's for sure.
It shall be done. My pleasure.
Is he magic immune? No. That footman could have been saved. That's all I'm saying.
I sense something elusive.
All right, so here's the next cache.
Outstanding. We should move.
Are there enemies
soon.
up here?
Outstanding.
Yes, more granite golems. Go for the level 6 first. Oh, jeez, I'm
Yes,
sorry,
buddy.
buddy. Oh, I can't get him out either.
On
He's
my way.
gonna die. Okay, level 6 down.
I feel
Scroll of healing
edgy.
it. And we can use scroll of protection
Say the word.
on the Pretender
Aye, my lord.
Snarlmane group.
I feel edgy.
Don't need that.
We've discovered more hidden supplies.
I mean, healing wards is obviously fantastic, and I kind of want to bring some of this stuff into next mission, because you want to be very, very aggressive on the next mission with your Naga units. So if we send Kale in with them with the healing wards,
it shall be done.
And then the scrolls, that'll help a lot. You're goddamn right.
Pleasure.
I chose a ring of protection over Maul of Strength.
It shall be done.
All right, sorry, buddy. Getting a little stuck.
My people must be avenged.
And again, these consumables will do us really, really good. They'll do really well for us in Mission 2, which I think is one of the harder missions in the game.
I'll do my best. Vengeance.
Let's see it again, and let's see if Snarlmane's still up here.
We should move soon.
That's just my opinion. I think it's one of the harder missions in the game, but isn't necessarily.
Outstanding.
Rune of Healing, I
shall
don't
be
need.
done.
It is. Snarlmane the Pretender is what he should be called. All right, let's kill this group and then set up our base.
Edgy.
Our forces are under attack.
Actually, is there still a gold mine up here? I really hope so. That would be an interesting change. Also, there was no lumber in this cache, which sucks. All right, well, we got all of those.
I sent something elusive.
That's a pretty big group. Lead with this
Get
guy.
on with it.
My people must be avenged. I'll do my best.
A fatty flame strike right here.
We should move
Okay,
soon.
cool. And again, I don't have any dispels in this group, so
Very
it's not
good.
like I could get rid of that bloodlust. Our priests are adepts.
my
No, they're
aid
initiates.
required?
Adepts is the second level. There is a gold mine here,
My
no
people
problem.
must be avenged.
Okay, so let's
My pleasure.
drop all this shit.
Outstanding.
Pick up all
Very
these. And then there are tiny
Shall be done.
other ones back here. And then we could just build workers because I have a ton of gold. But once we do this, we're gonna have to build up pretty quick. So we build the units. We come up here, we clear this out, and then we just want to make workers
elusive.
as soon as possible.
Is someone injured?
Could also sell stuff if we needed more gold, which I don't.
Yes, my friend. Is someone
Okay.
Hold up.
So
My
let's
pleasure.
go tiny castle, which is not actually a castle. It's a town hall. It's
I
just
can't build there.
It's just
I'll do my
what is
best.
it called? Yeah, it's actually just called town hall.
Outstanding.
Altar, which I didn't really need. We'll just shove in the back.
It shall be done.
Oh yeah, and the ivory tower's stacked now. Okay,
Very
barracks here. Slowly
We
but
should
surely.
move soon. I'll do
I'm
my
going to set up the
best.
ivory towers down here along the coast.
Outstanding.
Job's done.
And then let's go and kill Snarlmane the
ails
Pretender.
Build more farms. Job's
Oh,
done.
okay.
Job's
I
done.
do need the other
Edgy.
worker. I need the worker to build
Job's done.
farms.
More
Because not
work.
enough of my stuff has died. So unfortunately now the AI timer is
feel
ticking and they're
edgy.
about to move out and try to attack me. And I
should
can't
move soon.
do anything. I can't respond.
My pleasure.
Can I get in there?
What's the holdup?
Ogre War Chief will be sacrificed for the good of the Blood Elven cause.
I sent something.
And one more here. No, not another one. Not another one. Not all three.
Right,
It's almost like we're purposely trying to kill the humans.
of course.
Okay, so
My
that's
people
everything.
must
I could
be
have swung down
avenged.
here and picked this up.
Very good.
By fire be purged.
Okay, where you at, worker?
What is it?
That's too bad we couldn't have just left him there. And there are no
We
tiny
should move
farms.
soon.
There's some lumber.
I feel edgy.
Okay,
My
so this
people
is a
must
pretty
be
strong
avenged.
group. We just leave them here.
Yes, me lord.
And now I need to make
Right.
farms, which I barely have enough lumber to do in the
Yes,
first
my lord.
place. I would have to purposefully kill units, which, you know, I'm not thrilled about. So the undead are probably going to come and drop here. Priests sort of stay in
Is
the
my
back.
aid required? I thirst.
Try to
for
organize
magic.
these units
something.
properly depending on where they're going to drop, which is probably, again, it's going to be right along this coast. So you guys stay in the back.
Get on with it.
What do you need?
And now it's officially a macro mission, and we've got to wait for a while for these stupid farms to be built, because I can't do anything until we have more built. And then we build like a group of, 5 to 6 peasants, and we just mass repair these things quickly. But as far as I know, we've pretty much gotten everything there is to get here. I guess we should load Kale back up.
Outstanding. My people must be avenged.
Inventory is full.
My pleasure.
Okay. And I don't know what I left behind, but really these 3 items are going to be for the beginning of next mission. And these are sellable. We can save the claws to give to Vaj, I guess. And unfortunately, we've got to wait for 2 more farms after this.
Job done.
But as soon as we can get some more workers, we just go ahead and we start harvesting lumber like crazy. We get out a lumber mill, and we go from there. But we'll build 2 more farms as well, just because I want the ability to make several more peasants in order to build more, in order to harvest lumber at an increased speed. So here we sit. What a thrill.
It shall be done.
What a thrill. And again, I imagine the undead are going to drop here or maybe down here and then walk around. They tend to try to avoid some of your areas that they try to avoid some of the areas that they can't quite get to. Here, let's, I guess, up here? If we can cram a lumber mill in there, then that'll be good. And I mean, even though it's not a long walking distance, it's so that I can start getting the lumber upgrades.
Ready to work.
Which you might not even be able to get those until you have a... You may not be able to get those until you have a... yeah, there they are. A keep, actually.
Ready to work.
They don't seem like they're trying to possess us, so that's positive.
Job's done.
I sense something elusive.
Hey, my footman's still alive.
Ready to work.
Hey, keep it up. Let's get 1 more farm.
Off I go then.
This is such a weird mission, because there's really not much of an indicator that you really shouldn't build a base. And in a way, it's like, it's encouraged, but not really. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, the clear right way to do this mission, in my opinion, is to just not build a base. But it's almost like there's a hint, like you should be building a base in the middle here.
Ready to work.
But if you do that, the mission becomes noticeably harder. There's no way to do this without building a base at all, though. That's for sure.
Job's done.
There's just no way to do that. I wonder if I destroyed my castle if I would lose technically, but I doubt it. Yeah, you do need a keep for that. That's all right. Okay, so let's grab... Let's grab like 2 or 3 of these guys and just try to get this middle one fully repaired as soon as possible.
Ready to work.
And all I need to spend money on right now are workers to get this done. I don't think I actually have enough lumber anyway if I wanted to repair this quickly, so let's only bring 3 because the rate at which they repair is going to be too fast for the amount that I can afford. Do they become invulnerable once they're repaired? They do. Okay, cool.
What? Yes, me lord.
And that's everything. Again, I feel weird, like I don't know what to really
Ready to work.
discuss at this point, just because it's kind of silly. It's not like we're really doing anything.
Yes, me lord.
I think you need 1,000 total to fully repair one of the observatories.
All right. Ready to work.
Which means we definitely don't have enough here. How much is a keep? That's not worth it. No, it's not worth it just to get the improved lumber harvesting. The improved lumber harvesting really only affects travel time, because they don't have to walk back and forth as frequently. That's the only bonus to improved lumber harvesting at this point. So, again, I think it's fine. We should have just enough to finish this one, and then we're just waiting for lumber. My defensive force is fine.
I'm your shooter.
I don't even think it's worth turning these into guard towers, as tempting as it is. I'd rather just try to get this stuff repaired as soon as possible. It's a good amount of lumber back there. We could cram a lumber mill in there now if it weren't for dinosaur bones.
This observatory is repaired. We need to move on to the next one.
That was a very odd cinematic. Again, like weird transitions on this mission.
Yes, me lord.
I wonder if the mission to observatory getting destroyed by a Doomguard is, oh, sorry, priest. Man, they really want my priests. Stop it. Okay, so again, you can consider it kind of a race against time. Because you want to try to finish this before the attacks become to the point where you need to build other stuff. Like, I can just build footmen.
You have a target?
Okay, and then you guys just walk up here.
Off I go then.
Got a lot of guys on lumber.
Ready to work.
I'm trying.
Yes, me lord.
We should move soon.
Ready for action.
That should hit a lot of them. There we go.
More work.
Okay, walk your way up here. Spend our extra money here on gold to get these guys. I guess get some extra gold because I want to make some footmen, I guess.
Get on with it.
I mean, I don't, but I will.
On my way. Ready for action.
I think we're good here. At the rate at which these guys are going to repair, we should get enough lumber, and then once we feel like we do have enough lumber, we can transition even more workers over to repair it.
What is it?
So, like, let's send now this group
Off
over.
I go then.
We're very close. Again, we're kind of on the cusp of having enough.
Ready to work.
Let me check
for
behind
action.
this real quick just to see if there's something back there, but I don't think so.
Say the word.
But let's just double check.
My people must be
I can't get around it anyway, so.
Ready to work.
Outstanding. What's the holdup?
Okay, let's see if these all can actually repair it. You look at the rate at which our lumber is hemorrhaging because we're repairing this that quickly.
Something elusive.
But I think we'll have just enough lumber at this rate with the amount that's being returned.
More gold.
Yeah, one more footman.
More farms.
Never mind. It's fine. Don't even build the farms. Let's see. Yeah, so it's over halfway. We should have just enough lumber.
Ready to work.
I think the rate at which I transitioned peasants off of lumber to come over here and repair it worked out just right. I may have waited even just a little bit too long, but that should end the mission. What a goof. It's just so goofy. And mission 2 kind of assumes that you set your base up over here because that's where your base ends up being. All right. This one's always been kind of a weird mission, even in the original.
Hail, Lord Garithos. The observatories have been repaired. We were just about to...
I received ill news from the front line. Is it true that you've consorted with the vile Naga?
Well, yes, my lord. They helped us cross the lake. I assure you they pose no threat to us or to...
They are inhuman and must be crushed like any other enemy. Be careful where you place your loyalties, Blood Elf. I will not tolerate treason in my ranks. Now I must return to the front. You will remain here and wait for further orders.
All right. Well, yeah. Again, that mission's similar. I like this this backdrop. So that mission's very similar to the original, but it's weird that they chose to change Dalaran a little bit, and I have no idea if it's supposed to match like some of the WoW architecture or like the actual pathways through the city. I'm not sure, but the only difference was that at the beginning you can't start harvesting lumber even at tiny bits to min-max to allow you to repair just that much faster later on. But that's all right. We did fine. We're on to the next mission. These early Blood Elf missions are actually quite long, missions 1 and 2. I call it the Blood Elf campaign, but it's really the Alliance campaign, and it's relatively short. There are only 7 missions, and that's including a secret mission, which apparently has been made more challenging. So we'll see how we do. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.